I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're talking about Dynamite. February 4th, 2026. Excalibur and Tony on commentary in Las Vegas. You're probably like, what the hell happened? That was over almost a week ago. Well, folks, I'm very sorry for these podcasts coming out, at a weird time. We went to LA this weekend for my daughter's Taekwondo tournament, so that took up a lot of time. We got back yesterday, and I watched these shows, but I wasn't able to have any time to actually sit down and record, especially on a trip that far. And it was my first time ever in LA, so I really wanted to experience. I didn't want to be tied down to be like, okay, well, I need to make this podcast happen, I was like, let's just go enjoy ourselves, and once I get to it, I'll get to it. But here it is, a beautiful Monday. We're going to see Monday Night Raw tonight. Finally got my notes out. I said, okay, I'm unpacked. I'm ready. We got a week of some wrestling. So let's do it, and let's talk about Dynamite. We got the Mox Cult versus... Oh, wait. Take that back. We have an MJF and Brody promo. MJF has a big match with him tonight. It's what do they call this? Eliminator, whatever match. But if Brody beats MJF, they're going to face each other next week. Was it next week? Something like that, or Grand Slam, right? That's the Saturdays. Saturday, Grand Slam. Australia. See? Already got my days all mixed up in blah, blah. But yeah, they got a big match tonight. The Mox Cult versus Don Callis, fam. Woo, baby. This was a way to kick off this show in some heavy action. What's funny is, who is the good guys and who is the bad guys? Is the Death Riders good now, or kinda? We're still flipping off the crowd, but this was an awesome match to start the show. But the Don Callis family got the win, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's keep this feud going. I'm enjoying it. What I really did enjoy was that they did a bunch of promos in the starting of the show, like Kenny, Don, Babes of Wrath, Penelope, Bane. I was like, this is not Collision, so why are we doing promos before the show? I was confused. Then we get Renee with Swerve and Prince Nana. Swerve had nothing to say. He's like, hey, Prince Nana, you say something. And he's like, okay. And Swerve is like, we ain't stopping. The little bump in the road, this is all this is. And we are going to get above it, go beyond it, and we are going to reclaim glory and being champions. Swerve being a champion again. So Swerve ain't talking. He's ready to start walking. Then we get a Will Ospreay package. Ooh, goosebumps, man. I was like, I can't wait for Will Ospreay to come back. I just showed a friend of mine, shout out to Eddie. I just showed him a match between Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay. Oh, and rewatching it was so good. It was so freaking good, man. But I can't wait for Will Ospreay to come back. We get Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy versus Squash Gang. Or if you want to know their names, Jordan Oasis and Brittany Brooks. But Squash Gang. Tony and Orange Cassidy cut a promo, afterwards. Because they want to face Yuta and Marina. And with their hair on the line. Yeah, hair match. That's insane. But Tony and Orange Cassidy said they're going to whoop that ass, and y'all are going to be some bald bitches. Yeah. So, War Dogs, kidnapped Darby Allin. I was like, oh, shit. Put him in a body bag and all. Where are they taking him? They're in Vegas, by the way, so this isn't not common. Then we go into Hangman Adam Page versus Mark Davis. Another badass match for the one. Hangman Adam Page, though, when Mark Davis... This man is a beast. This is why I love Mark Davis. I loved him when him and him and Kyle Fletcher were tearing it up as a team. But, of course, they had to go their respected ways because Kyle is on a new trajectory, and I think Kyle can be a major star. Mark Davis, though, gave his all, but he could not He could not stop the cowboy known as Hangman Adam Page in this awesome match. Hangman cuts a promo after. He wants to get back to the championship picture too as well. We have so many people that are wanting to get the championship off of MJF. There's a Kevin Knight package. I really like that we're keeping him fresh here. Then we have Kenny versus Odrada. Oh my gosh, who's going on? Oh my gosh, dude. This was an awesome match. Holy shit, this is my match of the night. This is my match of the week, my match of the month. Holy hell, these two beat the shit out of each other. Don Callis is on commentary. And, of course, this darn screwdriver played in there. But then Swerve came out and stopped Andrade. And it was just chaos. And then just enough, like Andrade in his heelish way, gets a low blow to Kenny just so he can get the win over Kenny Omega. I was like, holy shit. Whew. But this match is awesome, man. I really want to watch it again. This was such a good match right here. But Andrade moves on. Will he be facing MJF in the future, or will he be facing Brody? We don't know. We got to get to that, to the main event. Brody package. Renee's with Chris Statlander. You know, she is our champion. I like Chris. I want more of the feud with her and Tekla to keep building. Babes of Wrath versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. This was a fun match as well. And I like the fact that Penelope and Ford got the win over the champs. I was like, okay, let's keep this going. Let's keep this momentum. I still miss the team of Megan Bayne and Marina, but I will take Penelope Ford because I do like Penelope Ford. Tommaso Ciampa, he's our TNT champion, and he's calling the championship Sylvie. And I was like, oh, that makes me happy. It makes me happy. I'm just so happy. Tommaso Ciampa is champ. Yeah. Oh. Next up for that was it national championship? Is that what this one was? Ricochet versus Jack Perry. Perry in a really fun match here. Ricochet won. Yeah. I'm not big on Ricochet. I'm not big on this championship. I do love me some Jack Perry, but that's the extent. War Dogs. They have Darby. They're in the desert. Yeah. They hook his carcass onto a car and drag his body through the desert. In the bag, of course. So we don't know if it's really him. Probably is, to be honest. But yeah, this was some crazy stuff, man. And I like that the War Dogs are being addressed here as the War Dogs and not part of the Mox cult. You know, let them be their own thing, in my opinion. Then we get MJF versus Brody. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Not a long match, but a statement made. Before these two even locked up, Brody, hey. And this crowd says, fuck ice. They chanted that and chanted it very loud, very proud. It was awesome. And in this great moment, you know, MJF looks at the camera like, you hear that? Oh, and what's crazy is with Dynamite being on TBS, they do air ice commercials during the show. Hangman Adam Page has mentioned, like, stop showing those commercials. You know, Brody is like, abolish ice. He had that shirt on, I think, when he wrestled in Mexico. So, and all this stuff with Bad Bunny and all this and that. You know, it's a big topic, and I don't ever want to be political on here, but this was insane. So much so that the national news covered this. Said, look, people want to speak out now. And they're speaking out at a pro wrestling show. This got so much respect from a lot of people, and I hope that with this being wide national news, it brings more eyeballs to AEW. Because I enjoy AEW very, very much. You know, have we had our problems? Of course, just like WWE. But if we can get AEW just a little bit more of a rocket on its back, it's doing fine just as is. We're sickos. We love this shit. This is what I come here for, the alternative when I don't want to deal with cinematic. You know, I want to deal with wrestling, some pro wrestling. So before anything, Hangman Adam Page comes out, distracting MJF. Brody grabs him, chokes him till he's lifeless, gets him in the ring. Boom! 1, 2, 3, Brody wins. I thought it was a really fun, quick match. I enjoyed the ending of this. And, of course, Andrade comes out, and it's just this big thing. Yeah, Grand Slam Australia, February 14th on Valentine's Day. They're going to Australia. Then March 15th, Revolution in L.A. Yeah. And now that I've been to L.A., now that I have driven into L.A. and driven that traffic, I want to go to this show. Revolution, baby. Let's do it. Well, make sure we got the funds first. But all right, y'all, that was Dynamite 5 out of 5. February 4th, 2026. Excalibur, Tony on commentary. Match of the night is Kenny Omega versus Andrade here in Las Vegas, baby. Whew, this was a fun match. Match of the night. Moment of the night has to be the fuck ice chance. It's like, seriously, then MJF's face. Just like, so craziness, man, craziness. But, let's just enjoy the wrestling. Let's be one with each other, not fight or be stupid. Let's just enjoy what pro wrestling is and, enjoy the entity of it and the entertainment of being entertained, especially by these wonderful wrestlers, putting all of it on the line. And I started WWE Unreal finally. A little more of appreciation, especially for the talent. But that's it. That's all. That's Dynamite. I told you 5 out of 5. Go check out Kenny Omega versus Andrade. Match was awesome. Go check out what the craziness that happened in the main event. All good stuff here, man. And that's it. That's all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
And that's exactly where you're going to end up tonight after the main event. When I'm through with you, boy, you ain't going to have a pot to piss in